Hey everyone, if you're new to this channel, name's Kyle Bader. Going through a divorce, I got 2 kids, 2 dogs, house, all that good stuff, camper. Anyways, this channel is about how I try to stay self-motivated, stay positive, going through all this crap. I mean, a lot of crap. And very painful, but how I'm getting through it. But at the same time, I want to talk about laser business. I want to talk about self motivation. I want to talk about a lot of different things. Um, this video for today is about my kids, how I'm staying positive, how I'm moving forward and making progress, not breaking down. Um, so my wife, call her Angel Eyes, we're going through a divorce. It's been like 6 months now, that we're still going through this, and very painful. I mean, I love her so very much with all my heart. I don't want this divorce to happen. I'm doing all these different things to improve myself, to change myself to in the best ways that I can. I mean, I'm changing myself for myself in that I'm eating healthier foods. I don't eat all fast food all the time anymore. I haven't had fast food in a long time actually. Um, Unless it was random that someone else went and got it for my kids and happened to be kind enough to buy me something, I'd tell them no. Um, but otherwise, grocery shopping, making a budget, sticking to the budget. Um, I can't even think of all these other things. But like lately, I've been kind of splurging more than I should. But it's more so like today was a special event. My daughter's school was took us to the Twins game, and it's like, oh, I want to get souvenirs. I shouldn't have. I really shouldn't have. But it's like I want something to help these memories last a long time because um, I want to start stacking my good memories. I want to forget all the bad things that have been happening. And one thing, and some of the things that help me stay positive and stay motivated is when I can stack all these good memories, when I can focus on these good memories. When something good is happening, I do my best to take a picture, take a video right then and there, so that way when I go back on my phone, that's what I'm looking at. That's what I'm seeing. I'm not seeing something bad that happened. I mean, unfortunately, my daughter's not always into pictures so much lately because going into subject matter of today's video is um, it's like my kids are starting to hate me more and more now. Um, it's I shouldn't have done that. Getting very frustrating when like my son, he's not calling this his home anymore. He gets more excited when he gets to go to his nana's house because that's where Angel Eyes live. And Angel Eyes is the woman I'm married to currently, um, baby mama. And um, my daughter, same thing. They get more excited when they get to go see their mom when they get to see me. And I'm not sure exactly what I'm doing wrong. I mean, I'm more involved in their lives. When I say I'm going to do something, I do it. When I make a promise, I keep that promise. I think of anything I can to try and have more fun. I want to try and do some more experiments of sorts in terms of like, let's make some elephant toothpaste or something. Let's try and do some fun, crafty experiments. But I mean, we're going to the parks all the time. Um, I mean, I'm not going out to fast food. I'm not buying them ice cream all the time. I mean, when it's the weekends, when I have them, let's do s'mores. Or like last weekend, we did root beer floats and we did movie nights and a fire and s'mores and ices and took them to parks, the splash pads, pools, got them some swimming vests and stuff. Um, I've been spending more money than I should have. Um, but like today was a special event. School took us to a Twins game. I wanted some souvenirs because I want to start stacking good memories. Something that helps me get through all this crap in my life is when I have something good happening, or I can make myself self-aware of a moment that is like for instance, they had these at the Twins game ice cream. You can get it in a helmet, a tiny little helmet, and Lily's just sitting there eating it. I was like, oh. And there's this guy that he's got a daughter. I think he's got 2 kids, and we were just meeting and kind of hung out like the four of us, my daughter and me, his daughter and him, and so it's just like, let's take a selfie. Like, boom. I mean, let's just make that thought. Like, let's make this a good memory. Take that picture, her eating the ice cream, and his daughter and so forth, and making a new friend, stack good memories, and so that I can look back on my phone and just see all these fun things that we did. Because I want to forget all the bad things that have been happening over the years. And one thing that helps do that is when I'm flooding my brain with all these fun things, when I can focus on the fun things I had, like we went to the park, we went to the splash pad, and not so much my daughter got hurt at the splash pad, or my son got hurt at the park, or my daughter was crying over this, or how she got into this huge fire fit over not wanting to go. Like, we even went to the New Hope Cinema Grill for Father's Day, and there was this huge fussy fight. I mean, just this big fight before we left, but then I'm taking pictures of like when we were there and having fun when we were there, and just focusing on those thoughts and doing my best to forget about the negative stuff. So it's just like when you have all these good things happening, it kind of helps brighten you up when you can tell someone not all the good, bad stuff that happened before, but tell them the fact that you went and did this and you went and did that. And then you keep telling that story years and years later. Hopefully, you don't remember that big temper tantrum the kid threw beforehand. And maybe you do your best to find a way to prevent that next time. Maybe plan a little bit further, like you're not trying to leave right away, you're not going to be late so soon. Maybe try to leave a half hour, hours earlier so that you can plan for that potential possibility of that temper tantrum. Um, or like something I want to start working on is getting their clothes picked out for school the night before. So that way it's not like waking up early, trying to get them out the door, where it's and we gotta get it ready. They're not trying to get up and get ready because they still gotta pick out the clothes. This way, the clothes are already picked out. Well, I mean, I gotta keep trying new things, different things. Um, and so, I mean, I'm not happy with the current schedule. It's a week on, week off. My kids are too little for this. Angel Eyes is going off of what she thinks is better for them, but I think she's doing what's more convenient for her. For me, they're too young. They need to be sooner. I don't care how much gas money I have to spend if it's like 2, 3 days and then I got to drive out there to go get them and see them. I'm sick and tired of getting my kids back from her and wondering what the heck she is telling them that makes them just hate me all of a sudden. Like, it's like we have so much fun and they get so sad when they have to leave. I mean, they're excited to go to Nana's for sure because they get to go out to eat, they get ice cream, they get treats, and Pop he's always like every time he sees them, he's like, "Here, you want $1? You want $5?" Like he just gives them money every time he sees them. It's like, shit, can I get some money? You know what I'm saying? But it gets so frustrating when I get them back and it's like I gotta retrain them. Like, no, 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 we got bedtimes. I cook dinner. I cook real food. I'm not just doing mac and cheese, hot dogs, frozen pizza. It's like I'll make a homemade lasagna. I'll make homemade. I mean, I went and grilled last weekend. First time I did this, I was like, "Ah, let's give it a shot, see what you got." I took a pound of ground beef and a pound of turkey and some seasoning and breadcrumbs and egg, and I mixed that all together, and I made a turger. That's what I'm gonna call it, a turger or a burkey. Burkey sounds kind of nice. It's a half beef burger, half turkey burger mixed together. That straight up tasted like a hot dog. It's something else. But something else. Grilled that puppy. I'll take potatoes, make my homemade French fries. I mean, I cook and I clean. I don't like a pile of dishes. And so, but it's like I gotta retrain them. Like, hey, we're gonna wash up. We're gonna say a prayer for this thing. We're going to go outside and play. We're gonna go to the parks. We're gonna do this fun stuff. I don't want them to get away with whatever they want, whenever they want, however they want. It gets tough sometimes because I'm not gonna lie. I see a therapist because of like what happened and everything like that. I don't even know what happened. Um, Thought it was a dream, turned out to be a nightmare, and I got other things in my past that I'm working through, and he's been real helpful. But some of the things he said is just, like if I get into a fight over my daughter over like picking up a backpack, carrying the backpack, and he's like, dude, I would have just picked up the backpack, carried it in. Like, don't fuss about it. But at the same time, it's like I want to teach my daughter that she needs to pick up after herself and clean up. And I mean, there will come a day where she's gonna obviously have to change that motivation, change that attitude. But yeah, so uh, that's what's going on. And so what I've been doing because my kids, it's been like a whole week, and my kids haven't called me. Angel Eyes says she asked them, "Hey, do you want to call and talk, Dad?" And they're telling her no. And it's like, why? Why? What are they? What are they doing? What are they saying? What are you doing? What are you saying? Why don't they want to call and talk to me? It's because of how bad your reception is, so they don't really get to see me. Can't really talk to me. Keeps cutting out. Like, what is going on? When I know that when we're leaving, they miss me. They don't want to leave, but now all of a sudden they don't want to talk to me, and it hurts so bad. I mean, it hurts so bad. So I focus on my goals. Like, all right, kids. I mean, my parents got divorced when I was little. I didn't really get to see my dad, hear from him, talk to him, or anything like that. He was always like, "You ever want to talk to me or see me? Come me a call. I'll be there, no problem." And I never really did that. I feel horrible about that. But I feel like I'm more like him now more than ever because I'm always had these ideas. I've always felt like I've had a purpose or for in life. I've never really strived or pushed myself towards it or anything. I didn't have enough people in my corner to say, "Dude, go for it. Do something. Like, come on, let's go." Help push me and motivate me or teach me. That's the biggest thing. Teach me how to stay self-motivated, how to push and go forth and do something about it. And I want to do that for my kids. I want my kids to know what it means to be an entrepreneur, to go after your dreams and set a goal and reach that goal. And it's like I've been realizing so many issues with the relationship. It's like um, Tony Robbins saying, raise your standards, don't settle. And that's what I've done with a lot of girls in my lifetime is I've kind of settled with the girls that would be willing to do something with me. When it's like, I need to raise my standards. And don't get me wrong, Angel Eyes is a wonderful woman. I love her so much. I don't want to lose her. I want her to see all the amazing things that I'm doing with my life and change her mind and say, oh, whoa, 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 whoa. I'm making a mistake now. Something big happened, something painful happened. But if I give up on this, then I'm losing out on something really amazing. Because that's how I look at this. Is like I've changed myself in so many ways, and I know I can make this marriage better than it's ever been. Because I am a romantic mother lover. Um, but more so, I'm getting so hurt with my kids not wanting to talk to me, hating me, distancing themselves from me, and it's just hurts so bad. And I focus on my goals, and one of my goals is to make a successful business, a laser business, laser engraving business. How it starts, but I have all these other ideas on things I want to create and make and sell and do, and I want to give like no one else. I want to become so successful. I mean, come Christmas and Thanksgiving, I don't know if I'm going to have my kids, and I want to go to like a homeless shelter, a food shelf. I want to donate not just stuff or money. I want to donate my time. I want to go there and help feed the hungry and the poor. I want to give myself so I can help them because I have so much more in my life to be grateful for than I ever thought possible. I mean, I, I want to show my kids the capabilities of a human being. And again, one of my goals is a successful business. So I've been in my basement last couple of days, just ripping things out, cleaning things up, putting in studs, putting in drywall, mudding it up. Like last night, I just got done doing a whole bunch of drywall and mudding. I gotta add a little bit more mud. It shrank a bit in some areas and do some bunch of sanding. But I listened to a bunch of like motivational talks. I mean, Jim Rowe, Oprah Winfrey, Steve Harvey, Tony Robbins, Dave Ramsey and his team. Like, it started with Dave Ramsey and his team because I needed to work on my finances ASAP. I've been decreasing my expenses, so like I don't even have my AC on. I've been shut my furnace off towards the end of winter. I've um, created a budget for my groceries. Um, got more hours at work. Talked to my boss about a game plan for a raise, basically, like how I'm going to help out more in the shop. This is what I'm looking for a raise. I want a timeline on the raise. Like, I show them this much effort and so forth. When can I expect something? Because it's not an every year thing. It's a, hey, I just got my paycheck this week. It's a little heavier than it usually is. What happened? Oh, I got a raise. They don't tell you. So increasing my income, decreasing my outgoing, and just cleaning up stuff in the house, but cleaning up stuff up in here. And again, focusing on my goals. I want a successful business. I want to write books and doing those things, writing a page here and there, but I'm also um, making the progress on my office. I even bought the laser. I still haven't unboxed it. Maybe we'll do a video on that. There's some videos I've seen where a great video is much better than things that I can do because I'm not as advanced in this technology. This is just my phone. Um, on how they're setting it up. So I want to show my kid, and I want to raise my standards. It's like that's what I'm focusing on. Is I want a woman that wants to actually go to bed with me at night and not want to stay up, and I want a woman that's doesn't like to just drink or smoke or just read her fantasy books, who's tired all the time, and who is just okay with how things are. I want someone who's got a goal in life. I want someone who's active. I'd love to meet like a nurse or a teacher, someone who likes to help other people, someone who likes to take care of themselves, who likes kids, like someone I want to take care of too. I love giving massages, rubbing feet, buying flowers because there's beauty in the world and they need to see more of it. I want to go do at like on a date night. If I had a date night with a woman right now, I'd be like, hey, let's go do a rock climbing. Let's go for a walk. Let's go do something, and not just go eat and talk. I mean, I want to do more with the individual, not just sit around. I want them involved in what I'm working on, and someone that I can tell my goals to, and they're like, "Oh my gosh, that is impressive. How can I help with that?" Or even vice versa. They got something they want to do. Like, how can I help with that? And that's helped motivate me. That's helped motivate me because it's like I want to raise my standards on the person I want to grow old with, and a person that I want my kids to see and have in their life. Because I want my kids, because I firmly believe that you are who you hang out with. You become who you hang out with. And if you're gonna hang out with a bunch of people that just are okay paycheck to paycheck, they're okay with just like we're just gonna get drunk on the weekends or drink on the weekends to drink our shit away from the week, all the stress and this and that, rather than just be positive thinkers, self motivators. Like, no, this is the weekend. This is the time where we get more time to ourselves to help get closer to the goals that we want to achieve in our life, and not just do these vacations, but like vacations that, or like go do some kind of seminar or some class or something where it's like go learn a new language or go learn a new technique or something. Like, that's also why I want to do this laser business, is because technology is just growing and growing and growing, and I don't want to get stuck under a rock. I want to be there, going up in technology, growing with it, learning, feeding my mind, and so yeah, it's been real helpful staying positive with my kids not calling me when it's like 8:30 at night. It's like they should be calling me any minute, but they're not. Focus on my goals. Become successful so that you can be the man who changed your family tree. You can be the man that can give your kids anything and everything at this point now. You can be the guy, the man that shows them what a real man looks like, what a real man does with his life. You can be the father that, like no one else. Whoever the heck Angel Eyes finds to escape by in life, you're going to be much better by comparison, because you're going to show them the possibilities and capabilities of a human being. Not to mention that with the business, they can use that with school projects. They can use that with some of their friends. There's going to be so many things that they can do and create. Oh my gosh, like one of the best things I have going for me is my imagination. It's like Steve Harvey talks about you got to find your gift. And my gift, I think, is my imagination, my creativity. And if I can find a way to educate myself on the tools that are out there that allow me to be the most creative that I can be, the, I mean, the possibilities are endless. I mean, I'm the kind of guy where it's like there's this girl, it was her birthday. I didn't really know what to do, so it's like I wrote her a little poem like, roses are red, violets are blue, happy birthday, Ashley, this rose is for you. And I took a napkin and I made a napkin rose, and there you go, happy birthday. Could have bought her a cupcake, but come on, let's be different. Let's be outstanding. Let's be extraordinary. And so that's the kind of man I aim to be, extraordinary. So I don't want to be like everyone else out there. I want to be the best version of myself. I want to compare myself to the man I was yesterday, and how can I be better than he was? Just like Michael Jordan. He's been an idol of mine for decades, all my life, and it's just like, how did he become the best that he could be? It's because he kept challenging himself to be better than he was previously. And so I'm raising my standards on the woman I want in my life, raising my standards on myself, raising my standards on the quality of living I'm going through, raising my standards on my emotions, raising my standards on my kids. I want to have higher standards for my kids, because my kids are already smarter than I ever was at their age. Excuse me. And so, just raising my standards, controlling my emotions, don't let them control me, be patient, learn how to do better, focus on my goals, and make progress on those goals, because path to happiness is progress. And I'm getting pretty darn happy that fact that I'm getting closer. I already got this whole thing. Let's see if I can turn around. Like, this is gonna be where, I mean, this used to just be emptied out, hollowed out. There was a jam in there. Mudded it up with drywall. Same thing over here, cleaning it up, sanding it. I'm not sure if I want to paint the area, but I want to put some LED lights at the top, and so I can light it up. And I'm going to make this where I put my very first laser, my diode laser. It's an Otor. Super stoked. And I want to let it grow. Eventually I want a fiber laser. Eventually I want a CNC router. I want to find a way to exhaust the fumes out of the room. I want to find a way to make this my home office. I mean, I already have a business. It's called Bader's Lab, but what I'm going to do to start is I'm just going to start kind of testing some things, like dialing things in. I'm just going to give them away. And because, yeah, they're not going to probably be the best quality. And by giving them away, it's like, here, I want you guys to see what I'm capable of right now, because it's going to do nothing but get better from here. And yeah, so that's what I'm doing. Like, if you're anyone out there like me, going through what I'm going through, and you're having trouble with your kids, and it's just getting harder and harder with the kids, and you're wondering what's going on, how come when I get my kids back, they're worse than what they were before when I got them, what's going on? Just remember that the next time you get your kids is another opportunity to be different than what you did before, to do something different with them that you did before. Be creative, do your best, but ultimately set a goal for your life, have a purpose for your life, and show that to your kids. If you want, let them be involved in it. That might even help, because then they can see, like, oh wow, like this is what he wants to do with his life. My daughter wants to be a police officer, and I'm telling her some of the things that she's going to do, that she needs to do to achieve that goal. So I want her to see what goal I have for my life and what I'm doing to achieve that goal, so she knows, oh, you got to do something about it. You can't just dream about it and expect it to happen. It's not going to just fall in your lap. You got to actually do something. And so that's what I'm doing. It'll be fun too. I mean, my kids love playing with mud. This is just another version of it. So Everyone out there, have fun with life, but ultimately set those goals. Even if it's 5 minutes a day that you do something to get yourself closer. 5 minutes today, 10 minutes tomorrow. Who knows? Just find a purpose, reach it. Family first. Love you guys.